OK.
Oui.
Voilà, OK. Et bonjour tout le monde, bienvenue à la séance ordinaire numéro 1 du 27 janvier 2025. Donc, ouverture de la séance et adoption de l'ordre du jour. L'ordre du jour, il n'y a pas de modification, il est adopté tel quel. So, welcome to this regular meeting number 1 of January 27th, 2026 at 5 p.m. At the Chamber Council at 150 Queen Street. So, opening of the meeting. Before we do anything else, I have to declare that the president, Mr. Collins, is on sick leave. So we have to name a president. So I've been declared president for today. So this is formal presidency for this day. So opening of the meeting and adoption of the agenda as is. There's no changes.
Il y a le point de la convention.
7.1 on this, yeah, that's right, because I have it. Donc, un point d'ajouter qui est 7.1, qui est pour la commission scolaire Eastern Township School Board, qu'on va discuter tantôt. So 7.1 is added for the ETSB school there. So we'll be discussing that when we get there. Donc, on sera rendu au point numéro 3.1.1 sur lecture et adoption du procès-verbal du numéro 12 du 11 décembre 2025. Donc, 311 is reading and adoption of the minutes of meeting number 12 of December 11, 2025. 321 is the Borough of Lennoxville Planning Advisory Committee. It's at the tabling of the minutes of October 3rd, 2025. Donc, 321, c'est l'arrondissement de Lennoxville, comité consultatif d'urbanisme, dépôt du procès-verbal numéro du 3 octobre 2025. On s'est rendu au point numéro 4, qui est la période de questions des personnes présentes. We're up to number 4, public question period. Donc, si vous avez des questions, if you have any questions, you lift your hand, and I'd ask you to say your name and your street that you're on, and because it's recorded, so just to identify you. Donc, je demanderai juste de vous lever les mains, vous donner le droit de parole, vous nommez votre nom et où vous habitez, puis on peut poser vos questions. Any questions? Est-ce qu'il y a des questions du public?
So we're at the question period now?
Number 4,
Yeah.
Point 4.
Okay. Well,
Question period.
any question?
I can, if you have, go ahead. I have some, but I can wait.
Well, I might as well start. It's a bit of a thing.
State your name and your street.
Yeah, Dan from the question. So good evening, Councillor Sharon and Councillor Gilbert. My name is Carl Butler, and I work and live on my family's farm on the outskirts of Lennoxville at 325 Linden Street. I wanted to bring to your attention tonight the subject of climate engineering and climate modification. Over the last 5 years, our region has been experiencing increasingly inconsistent rainfall, leading to severe droughts, diminished crop production, and extremely stressed ecosystems. Many have begun to notice that during this past year just how stressed our forests are due to the exceptionally early fall colors and leaf drop. Based off the last 4 years of research and constant observation on the issue of climate engineering, these programs are not only a theory, like we are officially being told, rather they are an ongoing reality being conducted without the consent or knowledge of the public. Climate engineering is the insane yet deliberate attempt by global governments to cool our planet by spraying reflective particles into our atmosphere from jet aircraft to create artificial clouds to stop the sunlight from reaching the surface. This is what is happening right now above our town of Lennoxville and around the world. I also have video proof of this I've collected over the years. These programs are completely disrupting our rain cycles, contaminating our soils and waters with highly toxic nanoparticles, fueling extreme forest die-off and forest fires, contributing greatly to a worsened overall warming of the planet, and is a significant factor in the decline of our health and the health of the web of life. This subject affects everyone here and every living critter on the planet. Since the media and higher ranking elected officials refuse to, are not doing their job by reporting on this, I feel obligated to present this material and documentation to the council here. If there are members of the audience who'd like to learn more about climate engineering and what I'm talking about, I have materials here I'd be happy to share with you. And my question to the council is, will the council take the time to unbiasedly investigate this documentation and consider helping within your means to spread awareness in the effort to expose and halt what is taking place in our skies? Thank you.
Well, it's not the first time you come to see it with us, so I really grant you, je lève mon chapeau en français. I mean, you're really sticking to your thing, and it's a nice project of yours. But I'm still wondering, it's because there are different, different levels of government. So municipal, we are a borough, and then you get the city that's got an environment committee, because in Lennoxville, you don't have an environment committee. My first recommendation is to present this to the Environment Committee in Sherbrooke, because they have the budget to do stuff with that. So at that personal level, yes, we can involve, but as a council, I have a hard time seeing how we can involve, because when you're talking about the jet aircraft doing that, well, that's federal government, it's federal jurisdiction, I should say. So yes, we can comment, we can talk to our ministers, and we have in a lot of cases. So I'm just wondering I just don't want to create any expectations of our capabilities of doing something about this at this point, except for personally. We can get involved, but as a council, it's out of our jurisdiction. So,
Comment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have talked to many different environmental groups and in Sherbrooke as well. And
so you did get a reply from
none of them. The ones that I've contacted refused to acknowledge the subject. Regarding what the council would be able to do, I understand that there's let's say events or public awareness events that can be made public by the council. Like this would take discussion, like upon recognizing the seriousness of the issue and dedicating, like finding ways to spread the awareness. So there's many things we could do locally at a very local level to kind of bring this, get the ball rolling.
Are you aware of the Environment Committee, or the Environment, I should say, not committee, but the Department of the Environment, what are they up to right now? I mean, we are doing things within our limits of municipal limits, really, because the provincial government really regulates us. So that's fine, but what I'm saying is that at the borough level, we have this much limit, and at the city level, they have the Environment Committee. So if you can't get through the Environment Committee at the city, I don't know what to suggest to you there. So, well, we'll separate it. I will finish with Monsieur, and then we'll get to you. Yes. So at this point, that's the only recommendation I can give you, is that if you can go to the Environment Department at the city.
There's nothing that in your head, in your mind, that can be done at the local level in Lennoxville regarding events that can be had to raise awareness on the subject, because I know we have events here.
For example, we have I don't know, the Winter Fun Days coming up. You recommending that event? I am trying to understand how an event for you was the purpose.
Let's just say there's an environment day. You have an environment day or a climate day.
Okay.
And I would be very happy to contribute my knowledge, because climate change is absolutely an existential threat. It's just that this part of that issue is not being acknowledged.
Yeah.
So that would be a suggestion, or environment day, and what are the impacts of this contamination on our environment, because that's also not being acknowledged.
The closest thing we have to an environment day in Lennoxville is a cleanup day. You know, that's one event that's the closest to environment, and that, so I don't know it'd be appropriate, but that's the closest we've got at the moment.
I'm throwing it out there, maybe this could be an idea when we have Friendship Day during the summer. I mean,
That's perfect.
You could set up a table.
If you want to set up a kiosk and talk about it, I don't see where the problem would be there. I mean,
That would be a very good.
That could be an interesting start to, spread the word and.
So
Yeah.
any event really, city of Sherbrooke or Lennoxville is irrelevant. It's still the same procedure. You have to go to that event and present,
It's not something that.
set up a table, set up.
It's not something that we will do for you, but, these are, the events are there and they're public. I mean, it could be the pumpkin festival or whatever. You just have to get in contact with the people that are organizing it and say, I should have a kiosk or an information booth of some sort, and then you can set up and. Spread the word and spread the information. That could be maybe.
Plus, if you ever want more information whatsoever, you can always see our receptionist downstairs and ask them contact information for stuff like that. Because we can talk about it forever there, we have to proceed with council, and we can talk after council too if you want.
Yeah, sure.
You had a question, madam? You have to name your name, street, and your question.
Okay.
In French too, en français, si vous voulez.
Puis, ma question, c'est s'il y a des taux anormalement élevés de métaux lourds dans les sols et dans l'eau, qui est-ce que ça concerne? Est-ce que c'est municipal, provincial ou fédéral? Comment on va aller prouver que ces taux anormalement élevés de métaux lourds sont là et qui relève de ce type de problème-là?
Ben, je vais te répondre de façon générale, pas spécifiquement à ça, mais de façon générale, quand il y a des situations, si c'est sur un terrain privé, c'est la responsabilité du propriétaire du terrain privé. Si c'est un terrain municipal, ben, c'est la responsabilité du municipal. Donc, si vous identifiez un terrain municipal que vous dites, un parc, par exemple, je vais exagérer, là, mais un parc, vous dites qu'il y a des matériaux lourds, ben, il faut s'adresser à la ville et faire la demande.
Dans la mesure où c'est nocif pour la santé puis que ça impacte les citoyens d'un secteur, qu'est-ce qui se passe avec ça?
Mais j'ai la même réponse.
La même réponse. Fait que si c'est privé, fait que mettons qu'il y a eu des tests puis que les tests relèvent qu'il y a des hauts taux d'aluminium fonctionnent sur des terres privées, mais que probablement que ça c'est aussi sur des terres publiques d'un secteur. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec ça, considérant que c'est très toxique et que ça peut être néfaste pour la santé d'une population?
Ben, on a un système de requête sur Internet où vous pouvez venir voir notre réceptionniste en bas. Puis c'est certain que si vous faites une demande, vous allez avoir une réponse. Donc, un système de requête sur le site de la ville de Sherbrooke. Vous tapez ville de Sherbrooke requête, puis vous allez voir ce qui va arriver. Monsieur Rouleau,
peut-être une petite précision par rapport, il y a le bureau d'environnement, il y a une adresse générique qui est environnement@sherbrooke.ca. Il y a une section qui traite des dossiers spécifiques des sols contaminés.
Okay.
Si vous avez des questions, possiblement écrire à cette adresse-là, on pourra se parler pour vous donner par la suite. Vous écrivez un courriel, puis on vous revenir avec vos questions. Tout ce qui est en lien avec la juridiction et la réglementation en lien avec les sols contaminés, les eaux contaminées aussi.
OK.
Peut-être juste faire une parenthèse sur notre système de requête. Le système de requête, ce qui permet, c'est une porte d'entrée unique pour toute cause dans la ville, toute requête dans la ville. Donc, le système de requête, j'imagine qu'il s'en rendrait là de toute façon. C'est parce qu'avec une requête, c'est enregistré, il y a un système d'enregistrement, puis il y a des statistiques qui sont faites aussi avec ça. Donc, c'est une porte d'entrée aussi. Any other questions? D'autres questions? Yes, Jennifer.
Jennifer Garfit, I live up in Viewpoint. Claude, it's nice to see you in your semi-retirement mode.
No longer the big chair.
And just to let you know that on the old du jour, it says 2025.
Yes, I noticed.
You know,
I read it and I said 2026.
I have 4 questions. Do you want me to ask them all at once, or do you want to go? one
No,
at
go
a
ahead.
time?
We'll have a conversation.
Okay. I was at Amadee Bowling last night. The old photos still aren't up on the wall.
Okay.
We requested it like.
That's a
last
while
year.
ago.
Yeah, it's been a
Wow.
while, but they're still not there. So
Okay.
just to let you know. And the quilt that was made for Friendship Day in 2002, You know, it used to be on the wall, but we have to take it down because they considered it a fire hazard.
Okay, oh yeah, the one
And
when you when we're walking
Yeah.
up the stairs there.
And so now it's in the closet, just in a bundle. But it's kind of part of Lennoxville's history. I'm wondering if there's any way that we could like save it, like.
Yeah, if we frame it, I mean, if we find a frame
I
of
don't know
glass.
what the police, I don't know what the firemen suggested when they made us take it down.
Mhm.
It's just a question, just so that it doesn't get lost. And the way it is now in the
It's
in the
not-
cloakroom, it's like on the ground. It's just crumpled up on the ground.
Yeah.
And because each organization in Lennoxville in 2002 put a quilt square on it.
Yes, yeah.
So, and there's names on it of people who don't.
Yeah.
Who aren't here anymore, like, you know, the three elected
Yeah.
people from like Doug McCauley, Tom Allen and Bill Smith. I mean, their names are there too. So it's just so that it doesn't get lost or destroyed.
Yeah. Well,
Treat it with a bit of respect.
That's what I was gonna say, it's lack of respect.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Agreed.
So technically, on that question, I'm gonna ask Ms. Fleury to note that that item is historical and it's got to be respected. So that's a first thing. And second thing is find a way that we could put it on the wall, you know, if it's a frame or I don't
Needs to
know
be in a
how
glass
we can
frame.
do it, but find a way to put it on the wall.
Okay, in the December meeting, when I listened to it, the Association to Protect the Boise Ascot Lennox received some money
Yeah,
from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But when they were accepted by the city, they wanted to be with Ascot. They didn't want to be with
Oh, yes.
Lennoxville, and they can only be recognized by one district. Well, they want to be, I said Ascot, but I meant Lac des Nations.
Yeah.
Like their Répondant is Lac des Nations, so I was surprised to hear that they got money from the borough.
I think
That's
that's,
another question.
yeah, that is questionable, that's right. We'll have to look into it.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, no, I realize
Yeah.
that.
You want to
It's
take
just
it?
easier asking in here than
But-
sending it.
But it's a nice to put that question ahead because it's very technical. Because
Yes.
they're not in Lennoxville, why did they receive money? So I think that's,
But maybe they want to change too, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, and then it's just the last question, at last week's Sherbrooke council meeting, they mentioned about putting some lights up at 5 different places in Sherbrooke, and one of them is at the corner of Parkdale and
Yeah.
College.
Yeah.
I went back to try to find what section it was under, but I ran out of time today. But I was just, what kind of light is it that they want to put there?
it's supposed to be those flashing lights. that
But
you
there's
can-
already a flashing light.
No, that type of flashing, if you go, the one I know of is near, when you're going to around the Carrefour there, going down the hill there, there's flashing light. When you press on the button,
Okay.
there's fluorescent flashing lights.
The intersection, will it be up the hill? Because that's the problem, it's when cars come zooming down the hill.
That's why you've got a guard up there.
Because a few years ago, I asked if there wasn't some way that they could put something at the top of the hill to forewarn drivers coming down the hill.
So we can inquire and get the technical information there, so we get back to you on that.
Okay, because Mary Clow did an interview last week about the bike path, and she said it won't be this week, that they're re-looking at it. But will they still put up the lights along Queen Street?
They're supposed to.
Crosswalks?
That hasn't
Okay.
been, yeah, it hasn't been put aside there, yes, sir. So we're really depending on the provincial government for that.
Well, yeah, well, it was a requirement from the provincial.
Yeah, I know, but-
wasn't it?
We're waiting for funds, we're waiting for an okay, I don't know where we're at, we could get that answer too.
Oh, no, I'm just curious. I miss my CSP.
Yes. But what I'm saying, it's an obligation from the provincial. I mean,
Yes,
they delegate it to us, but it's an obligation by the
but you
provincial.
think they'll do the ones on Queen Street plus the one at College?
I would think so, somebody must have prioritized that, but we have to ask the
Well, no,
question to
I'm
find out.
glad that they're putting more, because I keep getting complaints from people
Oh,
who
yeah.
say. it's
Still,
not
eh?
safe to cross. Yeah, still. Yeah, that amongst other things. Okay, so thank you.
We can look into that for sure. Yeah. Thank you very much. Any other questions, d'autres questions? OK, bon, on va procéder avec notre agenda. Donc, On est rendu au 7.1.1, qui est un ajout, là, c'est ce que on mentionné tantôt. C'est une signature de la convention entre la commission scolaire Eastern Township et l'arrondissement de Lennoxville, l'aménagement d'un anneau de glace sur le terrain de l'école Elementary School. So number 7.11 is the signature for a convention between ETSB and LES. Actually, it's Borough and LES, and it's for the ice rink that we're producing there every year. So, tu as a commentaire?
Yeah, well, it's just that what we've been told is that the deal that the contract that was signed between the borough and the school is actually not valid. It has to be done with the city directly and the school. So basically the same thing, but it's just going to be coming from the city within an official contract that the city has with obligations and you know that come with it. So that's basically the little difference. That's all it is. It's not a big difference, but at the end of the day, it is.
It's a legal.
Yeah, it's more of a legal thing.
It's a legal thing more than anything else. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that it's going to the executive committee decision at this point, because it's them. So, and like I said, we have to get involved and make sure that it goes through. But I don't see much risk, but you never know. So, in other words, it's not us deciding that anymore. Although we're going to be aware of it and participate to the executive committee when it comes up. So we'll be up to point 11. Messages from the borough councillors, message membre du conseil. As-tu des messages?
Not all good.
OK. Moi, j'en ai quelques-uns. M. Collins m'a appelé aujourd'hui puis il m'a donné des nouvelles. Ça va bien. Ça fait qu'il est en convalescence. Ça fait qu'on est à l'attente de son retour. Mais toujours bien. Tout est sous contrôle. So Mr. Collins called me today and gave me news about his health there, and it's going better. So we should be seeing him, I guess, in the near future. L'autre message, c'est la Coupe Québec qui s'est produite à l'Université Bishops, au club de golf de l'Université Bishops. The old Lennox Golf Club, the Quebec Cup there for cross-country skiing was really a big event, nice event. I got the honor to put some medals on some winners there, so that was nice. But it's a nice success, and what it brings to Lennoxville and to Sherbrooke really is that it's like tourism. It brings a lot of people from the whole Quebec, everywhere from Quebec. So it's a nice event. Donc l'événement de la Coupe Québec au club de golf de Lennoxville, le Old Lennox Golf Club, était quand même un succès cette année. C'était les deux messages que j'avais. Donc on est rendu au point numéro 14.
Well, can I just, because there's Winter Fun Day coming up.
Oh, yes, that's right. On the 15th. That's right. It's not on my agenda. Because I usually go on with my agenda. I will give you permission to get up and
Well,
because it's in the lantern now. So, yeah, the 15th is a Winter Fun Day, but why we're not into it because we didn't have our meeting with our services yet about it. So we're waiting for that meeting, and we haven't confirmed all the details yet. So that's supposed to be done soon, I hope. So we're going to wait on that. But that's normally why I don't have it on the agenda right now. So yes, so Winter Fun Day at Atto Beaver Park on the 15th.
No,
and
14.
14th. There you go.
it's on the agenda.
Great. Thank you very much, dear. So the 14th, so that's we're welcome, but we're gonna. I've asked for special communications about that, especially for the Atto Beaver sector. We want people from that sector to participate. That's why really we have it there, is because everything's going on this side of town. We decided to do that event on the other side of town so that local people can participate. They can come by foot. Donc, le Winter Fun Day, donc la journée de plaisir d'hiver, le 14 février, donc au parc Atto Beaver, tout le monde est bien. C'est janvier ou février? Février. C'est ça, 14th of February.
Let's say Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep. And that's what I mean. We didn't have our official meeting with our services yet, so we didn't get to discuss this. So now I'll go to point 14. We'll have a real discussion after. We'll go to point 14, which is the adjournment of the meeting. Donc, point numéro 14, qui est la levée de l'Assemblée. Merci de votre présence, très apprécié. Really nice to see people to come to our meetings. Merci beaucoup.